Once upon a time, there was a beautiful school in the middle of the desert. Inside the school, there were many different children with big dreams. But there was one very special little girl who had dreams even bigger than Cinderella's castle. Her name was Princess Amunet. Amunet was a wonderful student who aspired to become a strong and confident reader. So one day, she made a wish upon a star to be just that. Then, with a swish of a wand, someone sang out, "Bibbidi bobbidi boo," and a fairy godmother appeared. It was her reading mentor. Her fairy godmother was as smart as she was beautiful. With her help, Princess Amunet not only learned to read, but also learned to have courage and be kind. For over 20 years, Spread the Word Nevada has been helping children like Amunet discover the strength and magic within themselves. But if there's anything we've learned throughout our journey, it's that you don't need spells and wands to be a fairy godmother. Your presence here tonight is more powerful than any amount of magic. You are the reason Spread the Word Nevada is changing lives. You are the reason these children have hope. You are the reason there is a happily ever after. But why just tell you about your impact when we can show you?
Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to be here with you all this evening. We have special magic coming your way. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In dreams you will lose your heartache. Whatever you wish for, you keep. Have faith in your dreams, and someday a rainbow will come smiling through. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, I wish that your wish will come true.
Good evening, everyone. Little did I know that as a book-loving kid with a dog named Cinderella, a basset hound, that almost 60 years later, I'd be standing on a Cinderella-themed stage at a Storybook Gala celebrating the Spread the Word Nevada organization. My name is Donna LaGue. I'm one of the Books and Buddies reading mentors at Red Rock Elementary School. Because the desire to share books is the natural outcome of loving them, once I retired from employment, I sought out volunteer opportunities that could provide an avenue to promote the power, wonder, and beauty of words. Lucky for me, I found the Books and Buddies program, through which over the past 6 months or so, I've had the privilege to work with 4 remarkable students. One of these is Amunet Sanchez, a 3rd grader who I look forward to seeing every Tuesday morning. She's never missed even one single session. Aside from her long dark hair, the first thing I noticed about Amunet was how poised and courteous she was. At our first meeting, she told me that her favorite color is purple and that her favorite subject is reading. She also advised that she wants to be a reader as she grows up. When Amunet began reciting from her first selected book, Captain Underpants and the Wrath of the Wicked Wedgie Woman, I was not only thrilled to discover how well she could pronounce its words, but elated to hear her clearly accentuate all words that appeared in italics and to read with gusto the many lines of dialogue that ended with exclamation points. Amunet also challenges herself by engaging in vocabulary flashcard exercises. After vocalizing each word depicted and its corresponding definition, and then reciting each illustrative sentence provided, she's been composing her own exemplary phrases. With respect to the term loudness, for example, Amunet expressed that the loudness of the kids in the cafeteria is astounding. Concerning the word inscription, she's written that I would like to make an inscription that says to have fun and enjoy your friends. Amunet documents her creations in a journal she selected one Tuesday morning from those donated by Bailey Beach, a former Books and Buddies reading facilitator at Red Rock. Amunet chose the journal entitled Believe in Yourself. On the following Tuesday morning, Bailey and I looked at each other completely thunderstruck. Amunet's choice of apparel included a t-shirt bearing the motto, Believe in Yourself, a gift from her grandmother. With a shy smile, she affirmed that she'd specifically chosen to wear such attire on a Books and Buddies Day so that we'd see how it matched the cover of her new journal. Recently, on the Tuesday immediately following the President's Day holiday, I asked Amunet what she'd done over the long weekend. Reciting their titles, she replied that she'd read 3 books. After I commended her, she proclaimed as follows, I like to read books because they help your brain. As Amunet continues to embrace her education and expand her imagination and excelling as a reader who may ultimately draft her own stories to tell, I'm confident that she will be accompanied by literature that delights, inspires, and comforts her. And because wonder is indeed the seed of knowledge, I anticipate that as she grows up, Amunet routinely becomes so moved or fascinated by the language of a particular reading that she'll stop midway through, absolutely spellbound, to marvel at a touching and beautifully crafted sentence. So, speaking of brains, beauty, and books, I want to introduce you to Amunet Sanchez, otherwise known as Cinderella, who will be demonstrating her amazing reading skills by reading a short Cinderella story for you on this magical night. Believe in yourself, Amunet. We believe in you.
Okay, so Anna, move to the side for me momentarily.
Yes.
We're going to put this right here. There. Now you got to talk right into the microphone. So step 1, step 2. Okay. Step 1, you want one more? Go one more. You comfortable with that? And if you want to be on the lower step, that's okay as well. Do you want to be here or do you want to be down one? Yep.
You okay, Amunet?
You're going to do great. Thank you.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful girl named Ella who lived with her gentle and kind father. Ella was as good as she was beautiful because Ella's father wanted her to be happy. He married a woman who had 2 daughters. Everyone was happy for a short time until Ella's father died. Ella was very sad. If this weren't bad enough, as time went on, Ella's stepmother and stepsisters began to treat her unkindly. They gave her rags to wear and a little room in a cold attic to sleep. The orders to do all the housework. They even changed her name to Cinderella because the rags she wore became dirty when she cleaned the fireplace, windows, and floors throughout it all. Through Cinderella was kind and generous to everyone. Even though Cinderella missed her father very much, she did have some friends to keep her company. Bruno, the dog, and 2 mice, Gus and Jock. In other part of the kingdom, the king was worried that his son would never get married. So the king decided to host a ball and sent out invitations to all the unmarried ladies in the kingdom. Cinderella's stepmother and stepsisters were excited to attend the ball. Cinderella could also go, but because she was kept so busy making fancy dresses for her stepsisters and fixing their hair, she didn't have enough time to make a dress for herself and get ready. Soon it was the night of the ball, and everyone except Cinderella left home to go see the prince. Being so very sad, Cinderella ran into the garden to cry. Suddenly, a small woman appeared before her holding a magic wand. She told Cinderella that she was her fairy godmother who would grant her to wish to attend the ball. She then waved her wand, turning a pumpkin into a gorgeous coach, and the mice into fine horses. She changed the farm horses into a coachman and Bruno the footman into a footman. Finally, fairy godmothers transformed Cinderella's rags into a beautiful gown and gave her the prettiest glass slippers in the whole world to wear. Just before Cinderella was whisked off to the castle, Fairy Godmother warned her that if she stays at the ball past midnight, the spell would be broken. The prince and Cinderella danced together all night long. At midnight, when Cinderella heard the first chime of the clock, she remembered she must go. As she ran out of the castle and down the steps, she lost one of her glass slippers, but it was too late to stop and pick it up. The next day, the prince rode his horse throughout the kingdom, searching for a lovely young woman whose foot would fit into the slipper. Of course, at Cinderella's house, the stepsisters tried on the slipper, but it didn't fit either. One of them. But Cinderella slipped her foot into the slipper. It fit perfectly. She and the prince married and lived happily ever after. The end.